Abraham and Isaac. God had promised Abraham and his wife Sarah that they would have a son and their descendants would become a great nation as numerous as the stars. The problem was that both were now too old to have children. Abraham had become so desperate to have an heir that he had a son, Ishmael, by Sarah's servant Hagar. God promised that Ishmael's descendants would become a large nation too. When God said Abraham would have a son by Sarah, Abraham laughed to himself as he was so old. When Sarah overheard 3 visitors sent from God say that in a year's time she would have the son God had promised, she too laughed in disbelief. It was impossible for them to have children now. Yet the Lord was kind to Sarah and kept his promise. The next year, miraculously, Abraham and Sarah had a son. Abraham, who was now 100 years old, gave his newborn son the name Isaac. Isaac means, he laughs. Abraham lovingly watched his son grow from being a baby into a young boy. God then decided to test Abraham. Take your son whom you love, Isaac, in the region of Moriah and sacrifice him on a mountain which I will show you. The next day he cut enough wood for a burnt offering, loaded up a donkey and then set off with 2 servants and Isaac on a journey towards Moriah. After traveling for 3 days, Abraham saw the mountain in the distance. He instructed the 2 servants to wait while he and Isaac went up the mountain to worship God. Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on Isaac to carry while he carried the fire and the knife. On the way Isaac asked, "Father, the fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering." The 2 of them continued their climb to the top of the mountain. At the top, Abraham built an altar and then arranged the wood on it. Then he bound Isaac and laid him on the wood. He reached out his hand and took the knife. "Abraham! Abraham!" An angel of the Lord put a stop to the test. "Do not lay a hand on the boy. I know you fear God, because you have put him before your only son." Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. He took the ram and offered it as a burnt offering instead of Isaac. He then named the place, "The Lord will provide." The angel then spoke again, "As you have not withheld your only son, God will bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars and as the sand on the seashore. Through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed because you obeyed me." Abraham and Isaac then returned to the waiting servants and set off south to Beersheba. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share and leave a comment, subscribe.